A pursuit with a homicide suspect ends in a shootout on the Newport Beach Pier. That suspect, who was wanted out of Menifee, was killed by police.
Yeah, the gunfire was caught on camera, though, by a man fishing on the pier with his family. Jennifer McGraw, live in Newport Beach, where the dramatic scene unfolded. Jen.
Rick and Kareen, truly just shocking to see somebody driving onto the Newport Beach Pier. This was at a time early this morning where people were hoping to see the sunrise and catching the first catch of the day. It is remarkable nobody else got hurt. A viewer capturing multiple lights and sirens whizzing by, followed by a barrage of bullets, ending here on the pier in Newport Beach.
Last thing we were expecting while fishing was to see a random car, flying down the pier. And then you see a fleet of officers just following behind him. Right at the end, the man jumps out the car, and then the police just start, taking fire at the man, start shooting at the man. And we wasn't sure if the man was shooting back. So, we did our best to shield and protect our family.
That was crazy. He did.
An annual fishing trip erupting in chaos. Not knowing what was going on, Rajon Robinson grabbed his 4-year-old son, his father and nephew jumping out of the way, then ducking for cover.
The doors were already opened before they even came to a complete stop, so they were ready to jump out of the vehicle to apprehend him as quickly as possible. It was devastating. My son is still actually traumatized by the situation.
Turns out it was a pursuit from Santa Ana, police chasing down an alleged killer from Menifee. Earlier, around 3 in the morning, investigators responding to 911 calls of gunfire at a home in Menifee discovered 38-year-old Storm Wolf of Temecula dead inside. Officers suspected she was killed by 45-year-old Jose Velasquez, an acquaintance from Menifee who possibly fled to Santa Ana. Authorities there located the man and pursued him through multiple cities, ultimately ending here at the pier.
The suspect did exit the vehicle. He was armed with a firearm, which was located at the scene, in which that's when the officer involved shooting occurred.
Witnesses, some who did not want to be identified, reporting more than a dozen gunshots.
It took a minute to fully process it. I was in a shootout. I didn't expect to be in danger in Newport. Newport's really safe.
4 fishing enthusiasts here before the sunrise say they're just grateful nobody else was hurt.
It's just a miracle, and I thank God that we were out the way and that there was no fire returned from the suspect, because it would have definitely been in our general direction.
Just harrowing to see Rajon's father protecting his grandson and shielding him from the shooting.